I asked you on Instagram what video I should make next, and you said a beer review. I thought that was an excellent idea last night. In this video though, I am gonna focus on trying to find the best 3 breweries in Iceland, and then we can move on to beer reviews in later videos. I did get 1 beer from each one of those breweries for a taste test at the end, so make sure you stick around. Finally, a topic I am somewhat qualified to talk about, breweries and beer. I actually have a rating on Untappd. I am actually a hobby home brewer, which is illegal in Iceland, but I have solved that using a green screen.
All units respond. 1040.
And I have actually brewed 6 different beers in collaboration with 5 different breweries throughout Iceland. So I do have some authority when talking about beer, but still I had to go out and do some research. I wanted to know where the best Icelandic beer comes from. Not from this big friendly cow, although she did have body temperature beer on teeth. And this reminds me of something. Now I really do wonder what the YouTube community guidelines say about this, but let's not get distracted. I want to find out what is the Icelanders' favorite brewery. So I created a poll in the biggest beer advocate group in Iceland. It's packed full of beer enthusiasts, or nerds for short. The question was simple: what is your favorite brewery in Iceland? I could have gone with the question what's the best brewery, but that's subjective. And to become a favorite you need to produce good beer. Over 100 Icelandic hardcore beer enthusiasts answered, which is about 30% of Iceland's population per capita. And I am about to reveal the top 3. And you might be tempted to think that Iceland only had 3 breweries, but no, we have loads of them. We had a prohibition until 1989, which is insane to think about. I was 7 when I was finally allowed to buy beer. It took a few years to catch on, and when it did, boy was there an explosion in microcraft breweries, and it seems that I am finding out about new ones every single day. Everyone in Iceland has either owned a brewery or has bankrupted a brewery. Brewing a beer in an economy the size of Legoland is not a great business case, unless you're really good at it. So without further ado, here is number 3. This is actually my personal favorite, so I went there for a visit and I got this lovely t-shirt. At Reykjavík Brewing, I met the owner. He told me that they are expanding the brewery to the building next door and are increasing their capacity 8-fold, so they must be doing something right. I never appreciated sour beers until Reykjavík Brewing came along and completely changed my mind. In my opinion, Reykjavík Brewing is by far the best brewery for sour beers. I have never tasted a bad beer from them or a beer I don't like. And they do have a very good variety of beers. They also do interesting experiments with ingredients and barrel aging, and the results never fail to blow my mind. I think one of the most overlooked secrets to creating good beer is patience, and the brewers of Reykjavík Brewing have plenty of it. There is a cozy little tap room, and if you want to visit the actual brewery, I recommend you book in advance, but their beers are also available in Vínbúðin and in bars throughout Iceland. So let's grab 1 beer off the shelf for each one of the breweries and do a taste test. And we start with one from Reykjavík Brewing, of course. Okay, let's do the first taste test. And this is a very nice graphic, shall we say. I'm not sure how to interpret it. No, this is the beer actually that the owner suggested that I try. I did buy this t-shirt. I actually got the beer as a bonus, making this my first sponsored content. It's not sponsored, it's just a joke. It's quite hazy. Session IPA. Session usually means lower in alcohol and high in refreshment. Cheers. And usually not too filling. Oh yeah, it's got that lovely like punchy hop smell to it. Oh yeah. It's got like a ton of orange. Quite bitter, especially for a session. It packs a punch, really thick. It's got like this tangerine bitterness to it. They never fail to impress me. This is a really nice beer. It says here it was made by love and attention to detail, so now you know. Recommended, no doubt. I'm gonna stick this on Untappd. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars, which is quite high. I reserve my 4 to 5 stars to the exceptional beers. And fair warning, the GoPro did not do very well in a low light. So this next one is called Snorri, and this one is from Borg Brugghús. And I obviously had to change glasses, because this one is actually from Borg. Borg was created as like an experimental brewery by one of the largest breweries in Iceland called Ölgerðin. It's also probably the oldest. Now don't get me wrong, I like Borg. It's a great brewery. If you want to support small and local, then you know that it's not gonna be these. But if you pick any beer up from Borg Brewery, you're not gonna be disappointed. you are gonna get a solid beer. They obviously have exceptional quality control, and if the batch isn't good enough, they will just dump it down the drain. They can afford to do that. It's very mild, it's very accessible. If you're not very adventurous, then go for it. See, it's very clear. It's not filtered, none of them are. And the reason I picked this one up is because it contains Icelandic barley and Arctic thyme in honor of Snorri Sturluson, who was a chieftain in Iceland, or a Viking. And you can definitely taste the thyme. You can also smell it. I do understand why this brewery is in second place. But the interesting thing about that is that they became very, very popular when the brewer who is now at Reykjavik Brewing was there. And he made many of their classic hits. I don't know about Snorri exactly, but he made many of them. So you could say that he is Icelanders' most favorite brewer, and he currently works at Reykjavik Brewing. It's getting really dark out really fast now. Don't worry about the continuity in this video, please. Please. Also, I might start to slur soon.
Yeah, this last one calls for like a special kind of glass. This will do.
And number 1, an Icelander's favorite brewery, also has a tap room.
This last one and number 1 on the list is Malbik. I completely understand why. They are awesome. I really, really do like them. They are great guys. I know some of them personally as acquaintances. They started out as employees, I believe, selling metal and windows. Járn og gler. Iron and glass. I don't know. I'm getting drunk. But they were really interested in beer, so they started importing beer. And only like the best beers. They would just go online and see what's the best beers. So they branched out from just importing beer to brewing beer. And they opened up a brewery at the same location. They did an excellent job. And they really like to go all in on like the fruity New England pale ale style beers. And this one is actually a sour ale. I should have brought one of those, but it has strawberries and pineapple in it.
And marshmallows.
Called Flamingo, hence the glass. I'm not sure you could drink this from any other type of glass. I hope that made sense. This is not the best glass at all. This was a stupid idea. Yeah. I like it. I'm not gonna sing more of that. I get flagged. Oh, there's a hair in it. It's eyelash. This is such a bad glass. It looks great. You cannot smell marshmallows, fortunately. You can definitely smell pineapple, and I like pineapple. I would say it's medium sour. It's very refreshing. It's actually, I could probably drink this like all day. Best word to describe this beer is pineapple. It kind of tastes like pineapple juice. It's really refreshing. This is a great beer. Those guys really deserve to be on the top of the list as favorite breweries. They did a lot for the Icelandic craft microbrewery scene. They imported the best beers. They've been working at this for ages. They really know their beers. So when they naturally progressed into making their own, they started making excellent beer, basically from day one, which is amazing. Usually there's some startup jitters, but I really don't think I have tasted beers from them I don't like, but I never tasted a bad beer from them. There's a big difference. The difference is, me not liking a beer and a beer just being bad because it has off flavors or something. It's not the same thing. Would you like me to make more videos about beers? Let me know in the comments. Please consider subscribing and check out this video next, whatever it is, I don't know. Have a great trip. I'm rambling. It's really getting dark out.